And welcome on in every week, year-round recruiting news that never stops on the high school and college front here in the great state of Arizona. As the guys mentioned earlier in the show, Jason Jewell is no longer with us. It's great news for him. We are thrilled. We had to sit on it for a while he was talking with Brophy. He is now the head coach of the Brophy Broncos. I'm going to bring Jordan Ham back in because Jordan is our recruiting analyst here. He worked alongside of Jason. This is not a blow because this is a promotion for him to go chase his passion. But for you now, it means you got a lot of work, partner. You're ready for this. You've been doing this. Let's talk about what Jason instilled in you in terms of doing the recruiting roundup and how you see it moving forward.
Well, there's a reason they call him the Godfather. Obviously, he had incredible context and an incredible work ethic to go ahead and make sure that he was the go-to source for anything recruiting in this state, even sometimes outside of the state and at the junior college level. So he showed me the ropes. Obviously, a lot of really good work that he did over the years, and going to miss him dearly, but very excited for him and very excited for the Brophy community.
Yeah, it's good stuff there. All right, let's get after it. In the Big Ten, now I've heard Stephen Ortiz Jr.'s name quite a bit. I know Arizona State has an interest in him. Walk me through Stephen Ortiz Jr. This is a name that people are going to need to know.
Yeah, he's a 2021 defensive back over at Desert Edge High School. And if you know anything about Desert Edge and Coach Lucero, it's that they can find those players at a young age, get them on the field, get them plenty of reps throughout their high school career. And Stephen Ortiz is doing exactly that through 2 years. Already very impressive numbers. He's one of the leading tacklers on that team and a very good coverage defensive back. He picks up an offer from Penn State, a huge offer for him from one of the top Big Ten programs in the entire nation.
So Darvin Hubbard was a name that we heard that was committed to Ohio State along with Jack Miller. He was at Chaparral. He's no longer committed to Ohio State. They're no longer committed to him. He leaves Chap. Fill me in on that front.
Yeah, been a very busy offseason for Darvon. He transferred to Willow Canyon. He's from the west side. He said that it was an hour plus to get to Chaparral, so he decided to go ahead, make the commute a little bit shorter, and play for Willow Canyon his senior season. He's still getting a lot of interest from a lot of SEC schools that have continued to recruit him, and he says Ohio State is still one that he is considering, but he picked up an offer from Purdue, and what we've seen from the Boilermakers the past couple of weeks is them really make a push with Arizona. Obviously picked up Jack Plummer from a couple of years ago, but you see them offer the likes of Cade Bennett, the guard from Notre Dame Prep, as well as some other players throughout the state. So they're trying to make their imprint on the Valley as well.
Chubba Purdy is going to visit Louisville. He's going to visit Colorado here in the next couple of weeks. You mentioned Penn State earlier. Sounds like there may be something coming on that front too, but there's a couple of offers for Chubba.
Yeah, Chubba coming off a great junior season, his debut season for the Perry Pumas as the starting quarterback. He picked up an offer from Pitt and UCF coming off of a season where he had almost 4,000 passing yards and over 1,000 rushing yards. So one of the best dual threat quarterbacks that's obviously still available here in the state.
Let's walk through positions and start with linebackers, couple on that front.
Yeah, the linebacker position I feel like is really strong. We saw Brock Lochnacar kind of burst onto the scene last year for Notre Dame Prep. This is a guy that just has a nose for the football. A lot of the Ivy League schools are looking at him pretty heavily. He picks up an offer from South Dakota State, and then what a week for Tate Romney over at Chandler. It seems like him and Malik Reed are getting offers left and right. Strong linebacking core for the Wolves this upcoming season. He picks up an offer from Oregon, Arizona State, and Kansas State. ASU pursued his brother Gunnar Romney very hard. They were one of the last schools standing in his recruitment before he decided to commit to BYU, but ASU making a push on the Chandler linebacker.
Before we get you out of here this week, first offers.
Yeah, some really big first offers for Jaden Young, the Centennial safety. This is a guy that has done everything the past 2 years in that secondary for the Coyotes. He has over 190 tackles, 7 interceptions in those 2 years. Trey Reynolds, a player that I really like over at Queen Creek. He played fullback. He played linebacker. When Devin Larson, their quarterback, went down to injury, he actually filled in at quarterback. It looks like he's going to be the quarterback of the future for them moving forward. He's a 2021 player. And then going back to Desert Edge, back where we started, Adrian Lara, the 2022 quarterback, had a great freshman season, picks up his first offer from William & Mary.
Good stuff there from Jordan Ham. You can check out all of his content, all of our recruiting content on sports360az.com.